तो रेगुलर आते हैं। ओम ज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनं शलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे नमः। नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिनिति नामिने। नमस्ते सारस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणे नित्यानंद नमस्तुभ्यं प्रेमानंदप्रदायिने कलौ कल्मषनाशाय जानवापतये नमः। नमो महावदन्याय कृष्णप्रेमप्रदायते कृष्णाय कृष्णचैतन्य नामने गौरतुसे नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा। So we welcome everyone for today's discussion on Srimad Bhagavad. So we are discussing from Bhagavad Gita, chapter 2 and verse number 55. We were discussing. Shri Bhagavan Uvacha Prajahati Jada Kaman Sarvan Parth Manogatan Atmanievatmana Tushta Sthita Pragyastadochyate. The Supreme Personality of Godhead said, O Parth, when a man gives up all varieties of desire for sense gratification, which arise from mental concoction, and when his mind, thus purified, finds satisfaction in the self alone, then he is said to be in pure transcendental consciousness. So when Lord Arjuna asked this question to Lord Krishna, that what are the symptoms of a person who is situated in perfect transcendental realization? Sthit pragya. Sthit pragya means pragya. Pragya means his intelligence or his consciousness is fixed completely on transcendence. So what are his symptoms? Or in other words, who is a person situated in pure Krishna consciousness platform? So Lord Krishna, he started speaking. The symptoms of a person who is sthita pragya. Sthita pragya means transcendentally situated, the one who is pure in Krishna consciousness. So from this verse onward, this discussion is actually very important for all of us. Verse number 55 till verse number 72, which we will be discussing almost a month about this. So these verses are very important for those who are willing to overcome the influence of Maya completely. So Lord Krishna, beginning with this verse, he is telling the first and foremost symptom of a person who is situated in transcendental realization is that Prajahati Jada Kaman Sarvan Partha Manogatan. So yesterday we discussed in great detail the first two lines. Prajahati Jada Kaman Sarvan Partha Manogatan. As soon as uh, this Kaman means material desires, born because of material attachments in this material world. So as soon as these material desires arise, where Manogatan. Manogatan means we should understand this is very important for this is very important to know where this material desire arise. For a person who desires to become situated in transcendental realization, one who desires to become fully Krishna conscious, he must know that all the material desires are born because of keeping material attachments, and the soul, the soul has nothing to do with this, because as Lord Krishna is telling in this verse, Yada Kaman Parth Manogatan. Manogatan means it is generated within the mind. not within the soul. So the person, what he does, jahati means he gives up, prajahati means completely he gives it up. And when he gives it up, after some time, no, yada. Yada word indicates that a person who is serious about executing, means making his life success in Krishna consciousness, as soon as some material desires arise within his heart, he should immediately give it up. So what does that mean? This means that he should have the desire to become free from all material desires. Then only he will be able to give up. The person here, the symptom of a person who is actually situated in Krishna consciousness, for such a person, the symptoms are being explained by Krishna. That such a person, prajahati yada kaman. Yeah, as soon as material attachments or desire for sense gratification arise or generated within his mind, a Krishna conscious person who is situated in transcendental platform, he immediately, without waiting for a second thought, he immediately, in complete form, he gives it up. So this is the stage is which we require to achieve in order to remain fixed up in our business of serving Krishna or remembering Krishna with full love and devotion. So what is that stage? Kaman, Sarvan Kaman. Sarvan Kaman also we discussed yesterday in detail. Sarvan Kaman means all sinful desires and also any material desires, either pious material desires or impious material desires. Of course, there is no room for impious material desires for a person who is even desiring to get admitted into a school of transcendence. In this school of transcendence, if somebody is desiring to get admission, which is known as initiation, that's why Srila Prabhupada gave us these four rules to follow, known as no meat eating, no gambling, no intoxication, and no illicit sex. These four regulative principles are a must condition for a person who desires to get admission into the College of Transcendental Realization. Well, so it's not that those who have achieved transcendental realization they must refrain from four regulative principles. Anyone who is desiring, but a person who has taken admission into this spiritual school, so immediately he should give it up or give it up all these four regulative, four breaking of four regulative principles. But one who wants to advance, he must also give up the pious kind of material desires, which are to situate oneself comfortably in this material world, in this life, uh, or to get happiness of material existence. Well known, all famous, well known happiness of material existence. That's why Krishna is telling. Kaman Sarvan. Sarvan means all material desires. Any material desires or any situation or any comfort which creates obstacle in our path to Krishna consciousness, we should be ready to give it up. Prajahati means prakrishupena, means completely without a second thought. So this is the stage of perfect realization. So now, Krishna is telling symptoms of a person who is situated on transcendent realization. So of course, we may not be on that stage right now, but knowing these symptoms, we can prepare ourselves, or we can at least desire, we can at least aim to achieve that platform. Because until unless you know what what you are supposed to achieve, so how can you prepare for that? When you will know that this is what I am expected to achieve sooner or later. And of course, our desire should be to achieve this platform as soon as possible because till the time we are away from this platform, this stage of perfect realization. Till that time, our Krishna consciousness, flow of our Krishna consciousness will hamper, definitely. We cannot experience uninterrupted and unmotivated form of Krishna consciousness, a complete, stable love for Krishna. Till the time we haven't achieved this perfect stage of transcendental realization, which in this verse Krishna is telling, Prajahati jada kaman sarvan parth manogatan. Prajahati means completely gives it up. Jahati gives it up. Sarvan kaman, all material desires, born of mental concoction, or we can say born of mind, considering when the soul considers oneself to be this mind. So through this covering of mind, these desires are born to enjoy sense gratification. So at least the aim should be this to reach to this stage. So one should the key point here for sadhakas for us is that we should develop the genuine willingness to achieve to get to this stage of pure Krishna consciousness. This is what is means the purpose of this discussion. Why Krishna in so great detail is mentioning about the symptoms of a self-realized person. What is the purpose? Yesterday also we discussed about this. What is the purpose? We haven't achieved this platform till now. So what is the point in discussing in great detail why Krishna is in great detail telling this? And of course, if somebody doesn't know the purpose, after reading these verses, verse number 55 onward 72 till 72, yeah, the person may get discouraged also. How is it possible? I am not at all. This is very discouraging. Krishna is discouraging. But how can Krishna discourage? How can Acharyas discourage us? So what is the purpose? Yes, there are two purposes for which Krishna is discussing the symptoms of self-realized person in great detail, even to the point of discussing a self-realized, fully self-realized person. How does he walk? How does he talk? What does he talk? Uh, what is his language? How does he deal? All these things are discussed in great detail. So, what are those two purposes? So, when we're hearing about the symptoms of these symptoms, it may appear to be very, very difficult, very, very strict, or very, very impractical sometimes, also impractical. But we should understand the first purpose, first and foremost purpose, why Krishna is giving us in so great detail these symptoms, so that after understanding these, we can understand who is a qualified person to lead me towards higher destination of life. If we at all desire, actually, this should be the second purpose. The first purpose is if we hear it very attentively and understand it, and we can develop the desire. We can make this as our goal of our life. In this one birth, in this life, we should become so much determined that in this one lifetime, I need to come to this stage. One lifetime. We don't say that immediately overnight or within 2 months, 6 months, 1 year, 2 year, 5 year, 10 years. No. At least we should make this desire, aim that in this one lifetime, at the end of living, quitting this body, I must come to this stage, perfect stage of transcendental realization, where I will have all these symptoms which Krishna is going to tell us. Yes, this is first thing. With this purpose, we should hear. With this, keeping this in our mind, we should hear. Not that we should expect immediately to develop these symptoms and thus become discouraged, and not that not accept these symptoms, thinking that this is impractical, I cannot, I do not want, then we will remain entangled in this material existence. So balanced approach is that one should make this goal, aim of his life, that within this one lifetime, at the end of finishing this life, I must reach to this stage of complete realization of God. So we have this one lifetime project. So our project is very huge. So when we make this such goals in our life, this goal in our life, so understanding this, we will become very serious and sincere in the execution of our Krishna consciousness duties. If we do not make such goals in our life, that within one lifetime I need to become fully realized of Krishna, and for this I need to develop all these symptoms. So these symptoms must be present in my heart, in my personality. Otherwise, how can I become fully self-realized? No. So when one will keep this goal, and accordingly one will understand the means practical symptoms of a person who has achieved that goal, that will help us to become more sincere and serious in executing our sadhana, in becoming determined in spite of so many attacks of Maya, in spite of so many ups and downs, falls, success and failure in Krishna consciousness, I still will remain uh, engaged, will remain fixed up, will never give up. For this purpose, Lord Krishna is telling in great detail. Okay, so first of all, let me ask, how many of you are willing actually to make this as your aim of life?